There was a huge effort in East Texas when I was there to move turkeys into Texas. And then we had seasons in Texas, and it was much heralded, and we had a lot of fun on some of the hunts. But then overall, the populations began to decline. But they declined in a lot of other places too. You know, traditional range all throughout the South. And in the East, you know, some of the traditional eastern states, Virginia, Pennsylvania, New York, all had good turkey populations, but numbers there in recent years have been down. So there's more there to that turkey ecology than we really understand. It may be some sort of diseases or something that's impacting virility and some of those. But they just seem to get stagnant. The decline in some places is habitat loss, but the question is much larger than that, because in a lot of places where the habitat hadn't changed much, the turkey populations have decreased. And then in some suburban areas, you know, that we consider unsuitable, the turkeys have reinvented themselves there. Yardbirds. You want to hear a story how they were wild and wary in New England about 4 years ago? I drive around in my wife's car, and I got my camera, and I take turkey pictures. All right, so I'm sitting on the paved road there in the neighborhood south of Boston, and I see a gobbler, and he's coming from right to left, and he walks across the road, and he walks up to the front door of this house, and he starts gobbling. And a woman opens her door and throws out Cheerios or some breakfast cereal, and the gobbler starts eating. He gobbled up his breakfast. Is that crazy or what? I wouldn't have believed that unless I saw it myself, but I did. But they have adjusted to that whole suburb situation, and they're doing well there. But that population just shows they're, in some ways, are more resilient than we ever thought. We never thought they'd do in a suburb, but they are in places. It's more complex than we understand, and more complex than we can even think we could understand, I think, how things operate. But nature is quite impressive.